Very good morning, students. So we are on the chapter number fifth, that is cost of production and concept of revenue. That both the thing we have quite completed. That what is the cost of production? That involves all the expenses that is for completing the overall finished product. Okay, that involves all the expenses. That is your cost of production. Thereafter the revenue that you can get from the selling of that product. Okay, whatever the income comes, that is your revenue. That introduction part, and with the certain five types of cost that we have already seen in the part 1 of this chapter. Now today we are going to do with the concept of cost, in which the very first we are going to see is the real cost. Now real cost is also termed as the non-monetary cost. As and when if we talked about with the production purposes, then all the things are counted in the terms of money itself, okay, for effective and the smoothly going of the work. But real cost, if we can see, is the non-monetary cost, which is not measured in terms of money. So what all the things are included in this, we will go with point wise so you can get an idea about this. So very first point you can see, students, that is concept of real cost was given by the classical economics. So it is a very oldest one, and we can say the classical one, and that too given by the Marshall, Professor Marshall. So you can see the second, like according to the Marshall, capitalists and the entrepreneurs who are involved in the production bears the psychological and physical burden also. Okay, so what we have already know that students, factor of production. Okay, four factor of production: land, labor, capital, entrepreneur. And out of this, all entrepreneur is there, capitalist is there, who has investing in the business. Okay, not only they are working, but they are going through with the psychological burden, physical burden also, even tension, boredom, fatigue also sometimes arises. Okay, actually these all things are not measured in terms of money, but it should be. This is the, you can see, like real cost is the imaginary one, but it should also be counted. Okay, let us go with the more points of the real cost so you get an idea. So third point, you can see, student, that is such burden one many producers for the production work of goods is not only the production cost, but the fatigue also, boredom, tension by the laborers, the capitalists who sacrifice their savings and face anxiety, insecurities of indecisiveness are the factor included in the real cost. That actually means, if I give the example of the particular labor, okay, one labor is there, okay, at the present their home number of tensions are going on, as and when ultimately that person is, that labor is completing the work, that is making 5 units, okay, before that. But as soon as he is continuously coming under the tension and pressures and all, at home also the all the situation is going on, such type of situation arising, so continuously he is there in the tension. Now ultimately when he comes to the for that production purposes, okay, when according we calculate related to the units. Now if he, that person is doing in the tension, before he is doing 5 units, now he can only able to do the produce only 2 units. So you can see ultimately there is a less as compared to that of the earlier, if the person is doing in the tension. And in same situation also arises related with the boredom. Okay, same some such situation, like the person's it feels like boredom also, okay, fatigue also. Before that, as and when he that person can able to produce 10 units, but after the speed goes down and down, ultimately now he is just producing 5 units. Before he is producing 10, now he is producing 5. So these are also the all the things which need to be mentioned up, okay, which needs to be calculated up, but these are not calculated because this is a non-monetary cost. Okay, the thereafter fourth point you can see, student, that is a real cost cannot be presented in monetary term, therefore real cost is also called as a non-monetary cost. And the last you can see, Professor Marshall says that the factor of production face this real cost, and to attract them, return is given in the form of wage, interest and profit. Yes, though we can say non this real cost system is a non-monetary cost, and this situation is all the imaginary one, but it must be calculated. If you can see, like this will give, if the person is there in the tension, okay, that firstly producing 5 units, now just producing 3 units when he is there in the tension. So this type of we can say that also one type of loss only. So if this also need to be calculated, okay, to increase the number of production you did in the future, if this type of things are calculated, okay. So to overcome, lastly you can see that to face all such situation of the real cost to attract such things, what is given? Wages, interest and profit. But these things are not even calculated in the terms of money, that is fatigue, boredom, tension and all, okay. So that only what the real cost is. Real cost you can term it as like an imaginary one, okay. But though it is not calculated in the terms of money, you can term real cost as a non-monetary cost, and it includes all such things, okay. Tensions, boredoms, fatigues, okay. The capital is also as he has sacrificed their savings, okay, to invest in the business, that also face anxiety. Ultimately the laborers is facing number of things, okay. Many of the problems is then too that labor is working in the business, okay, in the firm. So it involves psychological and physical burden both in the real cost. So this also, if it is calculated, it will quite helpful in determining the, we can say, price, or ultimately the profit of the business. It will help ahead also, fine. So this also it need to be calculated if it is in terms, if we can see. But though it is not calculated, it is a non-monetary cost, and to attract such thing, the wages, interest and profit is given to them, okay, fine. So this is the very first concept of the cost, that is a real cost. Now let us go on the second, that is the opportunity cost. As we have already seen in the part 1, that is as per the Mr. A's example, that lastly we have seen with the opportunity cost, that firstly Mr. A is working in a particular company and earning an income of 40,000 per month. He is doing a job. He quit that job and need to start up the cake shop. So ultimately Mr. A is starting the cake shop, and what he has foregone, Mr. A has foregone the job, okay, and choose the best alternative. Which is the best alternative? That is the cake shop. Might give him the more amount in the future, so he foregone the job of 40,000 per month and started working and started the business, that is the cake shop, okay. Let us go with the opportunity cost, then you will might clear more about this particular topic. Okay, students, see this opportunity cost. In that very first point, like the concept of opportunity cost was presented by whom? That is by the Austrian economist, that is probably presented by the Marshall, Professor Marshall itself. Now thereafter, that what I told you people, according to the part 1 of video, that is Mr. A has chosen the best alternative, that is to start up the cake shop instead of Mr. A has quitted the job of 40,000 per month. Now the second point you are here, you can see the same, like the means of production have the alternative uses, like what Mr. A have chosen between the job and the cake shop. The third point you can see, more than particular characteristics of factor of production, when a factor is used for a particular use, okay, that is for either for the job or either for the cake shop. Thereafter the fourth you can see, the other use is left out, or the same cannot be used for the other purpose. The same, Mr. A has left out the job for what purpose? For the starting up the cake shop. The same cannot be continued as and when if Mr. A want to start up the cake shop. Thereafter you can see, therefore the best alternative which one is left out is the opportunity cost of the production. So though Mr. A has left out the job, so that job is the opportunity cost, it will be calculated as. Thereafter you can see the next point, that is the best therefore the best alternative which one is left out is the opportunity cost, and thereafter example is given to you. Some point is missing over here as per your textbook, like if the example is, on one field or piece of land of wheat is produced, then at the same time on the same piece of land the other food grain crops cannot be produced. That is also the correct one. It is already in one piece of land, the wheat is already produced, so on the same piece of land you can't able to grow the food grain. Another crop, you can say, another crop you cannot able to grow on the same land. So Another one, like worker is working in a textile mill, so at the same time he cannot work in any other industry. Okay, this way the factor of production and alternative uses. Once it is grown up in one field, then in the same field at the particular time the another food grain cannot be grown up. Okay, so this is the one of the example you can term it as. Or the last point you can see, like the cost of production of unborn or unproduced commodity is the opportunity cost of the produced commodity. As and when we can say, take the example of Mr. A, that is cake shop, that is still not yet started, unborn hai, unproduced one is there and unborn is there. So that is the opportunity cost of what? That is the produced commodity. Produced commodity, what you can term it as, that is the job of 40,000 per month salary. Okay, let us go to the another screen. Now, the examples of the opportunity cost you can see in this, student, that is the very first point. One piece of land can be used to produce wheat or either rice. Now, the second you can see, if wheat is produced on that piece of land, the income of 2 lakhs can be earned to the farmer. Okay, if the farmer is producing the wheat, then he is earning 2 lakhs. Now, the third point you can see, if the rice is produced, the income of 3.5 lakhs can be earned. So, it is 1.5 lakhs, quite more as compared to that of the wheat. So the farmer behavior, how it will be? It will be the rational and the logical one. Ultimately, yes. So fifth point you can see. So he will leave the production of wheat and produce rice, in which he is earning total 3.5 lakhs. So yes, obviously, if the farmer is earning more in the rice, then why the farmer will grow the wheat? He will grow the rice itself, because he may earn more amount as compared to that of the wheat. So you can see the 6 point, student. To get the income of 3.5 lakh from the production of rice, farmer left out the income of 2 lakh from the production of the wheat. Ultimately, for the better alternative, the farmer has chosen the best alternative option, that is to grow the rice instead of the wheat, because in rice farmer is earning 3.5 lakhs and in wheat only farmer is earning 2 lakhs. So ultimately, the farmer has foregone the wheat production and ultimately chosen the best alternative, that is the rice. So that wheat can be termed as the opportunity cost. Now, so the last you can see, that the left out income of 2 lakh from the production of it is the opportunity cost. Okay, of what? Of 3.5 lakh earned from the production of the rice. So ultimately, what is your opportunity cost? That is the left out one. That is left out what? One is which one? That is the wheat. Farmer left wheat instead for growing the rice to get the 3.5 lakh income. Okay, so from this you can get the example, and already we have taken the example in the Mr. A. Okay, that is cake shop and the job. So you can get the more idea from it. Let me show you one of the figure related with this. So you can see, students, over here, like wheat, if the farmer is growing wheat, he is just earning 2 lakhs rupees. And if either the farmer is growing the rice, then he can earn the 3.5 lakhs. So obviously the farmer has chosen the rice instead of the wheat. So the wheat is the opportunity cost for what? For growing the rice, that is 3.5 lakhs rupees. Okay, so this is our second cost, that is the opportunity cost. The last one is left with, that is the monetary cost. Let us finish with that. Now, student, this is the third cost, that is the monetary cost, that you can see that can be measured in terms of money. So whatever the thing is measured in terms of money, that is quite we can say helpful in terms of the determining the price also, to whatever the profit is going to be earned to the another business. Okay, that also can be estimated with the help of this, whenever the transaction is taking place, with the help of the money. Okay, so here you can, if we go with the point wise, that is the very first point, you can see the cost of production in terms of money is known as the monetary cost. As and when, if you can see, like real cost and opportunity cost is there are a number of limitations going to be arise in the both the real and that is opportunity cost. But over here, for the, you can say, economic analysis, this monetary cost is quite very much important as compared to that of the real and the opportunity one. Now, the second, you can see, concept of monetary cost is useful in what? That is to analyze economic analysis, as in whenever the business is firm is there. Okay, whenever the production is taking place. So ultimately, whatever the analysis is to be done, how much the selling is done, how much the demand is there of the particular product in the market. Okay, what then according to that, we can say according to the cost of production, how much the price need to be kept, as how much the profit they can able to earn. So all such we can able to identify with the help of this. Then second, you can see decision related to the production, that what I told you earlier also, like production, how much the production need to be how much the cost is going to be. Okay, either they are going to earn the profit, or either they are going to maybe in the cut the loss. So that also be helpful in that. Then in price determination, in fixing the price, so according to that we can say whatever the things like expenses is done, out of that whatever the cost of the particular product is there, so out of that cost we can able to determine like what the price need to be kept, so they can earn the more amount as compared to that of the cost. So ultimately they wants the profit whenever the firm, any of the business person is running the firm business, okay, doing the business. So ultimately what the main objective is, main motive is, that is the profit. So the price determination we can say able to done with the help of monetary cost. Why? Because there are number of limitation in the real and opportunity cost. The last point you can see, producers having objective of what? Maximum profit whenever doing the business. Producers good at a low cost. That is also very important thing. Ultimately, they find it out like what type of raw material they can use, and that too proper quality one, and that too at the lower cost. Okay, so ultimately that overall cost of production can be a lesser one, so out of that they can earn the more amount. Okay, so that at low cost they can produce a good, and that too of a better quality. The main objective is, and what another one, that is to try maximize profit. Whatever the maximization profit they can able to earn out of it, that the main effort is related to that, that is the main objective you can term as. So from where they will earn all such things, after selling the particular product. Okay, that is from the income by selling the product ultimately. So this is what monetary cost is. Let me share the another slide so you can get an idea. So you can see an example related to the monetary cost, student. That is, if a factory producing pens incur the cost of 50,000. Now, cost of producing, okay, the if a particular firm is there, or the factory you can term it as, in which they are producing the pen. Now, incur the cost of rupees 50,000 to produce how much pen? To produce the 1,000 units of pen, they are costing 50,000. Then the monetary cost to produce the unit of pen is rupees 50,000 itself. So you can term that over here like it can be measured in the terms of the money. So it is useful to determine and analyze economic analysis purposes, profit maximization purposes ultimately. Okay, so lastly you can say that is the monetary cost to produce the 1,000 units of pen is the 50,000. So ultimately you can say it is quite easier one. It is not as many limitation arises as that is in the real cost. Over here you can measure out in the terms of money, that is producing the 1,000 units of pen, it is costing 50,000. So ultimately you are producing 2,000 units of pen, it will cost 1 lakh. Okay, so it can be measured out, and whatever the price determination or related one, that is a profit maximization point. So you can able to analyze all such thing with the help of the monetary cost, and this cost is quite important as compared to that of the real and the opportunity cost. Thereafter, the short term and the long term point is there. We will continue with that point in our next part, that is in the third part of this chapter. If you are having any doubts related to this topic, students, you can ask your queries anytime whenever you want to. So please go through with these points, and have a nice day to all.